Smartphones have made video the new content king. And it's not just king in the minds of consumers and clients and potential customers. It's actually become king for businesses. The question becomes, why is video marketing not a part of your program or plan? Or if it is, why are you not thinking about growing it? Okay, let's walk through kind of 10 reasons why video marketing needs to be a part of your overall marketing program and plan. So first and foremost, consumers' attention is simply turning to the internet. Listen to a couple of these statistics. 85% of internet users watch online video content. 78% of people watch online videos each and every week, and 55% view online videos every day. Consumers are increasingly preferring online video to traditional media. 6 out of 10 people would rather watch online videos than television. Customers are even preferring videos from their brands. Here's a couple more statistics. 54% of consumers want to see more video from brands and businesses that they buy from. 59% of executives, now we're not just talking consumers, but executives, so all you B2B folks out there, 59% of executives say they would rather watch a video than read text. And then of course, the internet itself is increasingly becoming a video platform. Listen to some of these statistics. These are ones that will probably really shock you. By 2022, only a very few years away, online videos will make up more than 82% of all internet consumer traffic. Let me read that again. By 2022, online videos will make up more than 82% of all consumer internet traffic. Here's one that really shocked me and could be very interesting. A Facebook executive predicted that their platform will be all video and no text by 2021. YouTube is the second most popular website after Google on all of the internet. Super compelling, right? What did you think of the Facebook thing? Can you imagine Facebook turning into 100% video platform? They've done radical moves like this before. Remember, they were on the desktop and then they said, hey, we're going to put all of our attention into mobile. So watch for that. Again, super compelling to make sure that you're thinking about video right now. Last but not least, your competitors are using video. 81% of businesses use video as a marketing tool. Video marketers get 66% more qualified leads per year. So again, if you're not going to do it for any other reason, make sure that you don't slip behind your competitors by ignoring this enormous trend towards video. Not entirely convinced still? Just go ahead and look at your own behavior. When you're trying to figure out something for that project or maybe for a hobby or even professionally, you're turning to video. You're watching video right now in order to learn something. This little smartphone, these little devices have turned video into just an exploding trend. So it should be very obvious that you need to get into this game. So let me help you get over some of the fear of getting started and take you through my simple checklist. All right, number 1, this is something that I took from Gary Vaynerchuk, and he says it all the time. So often we get stuck in the ideation of content creation, coming up with topics to actually make videos about. And one of the suggestions that he had that I use over and over again, and you see it in all of my videos, is that I document instead of create. I'm documenting for you, I'm sharing for you things that I am doing on a daily basis that you potentially will find helpful. So I'm spending more time documenting my process, documenting the things that I do on a daily basis instead of trying to come up with esoteric topics and concepts that I then have to kind of over prepare for to shoot video. So look for things in your business that you can document and processes that will be helpful to your customers or your potential clients. Number 2, when you get in front of the camera, talk to the customer, one customer at a time. It's so easy to have a dialogue, a conversation with that cold black lens if you have in mind a particular customer that you want to talk to, a particular type of person that you want to respond to you. And it'll come off so much more personable if you're thinking about a particular type of customer when you're filming your video. Number 3, use your phone. This phone has an incredible video camera. You can hold it up just like this, hit that play button, and go ahead. Even at this distance, you're gonna have a beautiful picture. For most of these phones, they have incredible camera. And again, at this distance, the audio quality is going to be super good. So don't invest in some high-end camera. Just simply pull out your phone and start videotaping. So use your phone. Number 4, get a cheap tripod. I filmed a lot of my initial videos just like this, and this is a pretty good tripod, but it will be a little bit shaky and it's not perfect. So just go onto Amazon. I got a link down in the notes, and get a cheap tripod. Something that's 10, 15 bucks will be more than sufficient to just steady that phone so that you get just a slightly better quality video when you're done with it. Number 5. I think this is actually a little secret that I learned a little bit later than I probably should have, but put something interesting in the background. You see I have a few things up there. Obviously a Batman fan. I have some books that I think are particularly inspirational. Big, huge Star Wars fan. Doesn't really matter what it is. Just to have something in the background, because part of the interest of video marketing is it actually takes you inside of somebody else's environment. Obviously, you get to have a discussion with me that maybe you wouldn't necessarily have if I didn't have the vehicle of video, but you probably want to understand or know a little bit about myself. And you don't have to necessarily clutter up the background, but put just a couple things back there that tend to indicate who you are, instead of just, oftentimes I see somebody with like a black or just a blank wall in the back. So boring. Try to spice that up a little bit and put something interesting back there. So as they start to kind of get distracted while you're talking, maybe too long like I'm doing right now, they actually can take a look behind you and maybe try to kind of figure out what's going on back there, and it'll keep their interest as you move through the video. Number 6, shoot in front of a window. Again, one of the expenses of kind of starting video marketing is potentially having light sources like I have here in a studio. So there's the cost of a studio and building it out, and then also the lights. And this can be an environment that's a little hard to get right, but lighting is so important. But if you shoot in front of a window, even on a cloudy day, you're going to have some of the best lighting, because natural light is the best type of light for a video camera. So I would encourage you, as you're starting out, don't try to build out a fancy studio. Don't go to the expense of actually trying to get lighting right. Just shoot in front of an open window and you're going to have a really nice environment. But when you're ready to move up the ladder kind of in video production, lights are super inexpensive. I think for the light boxes that I have here, we're talking about 150 bucks or so. So it doesn't really cost a lot in order for you to kind of up your lighting game. And that's super important. Number 7, get overly excited about what you're communicating. You're gonna find the first time that you do it, you just kind of hop in front of the camera and you sort of have that normal conversation and tone. And what you're gonna find when you actually go back and review and edit that is it's gonna be slow. You're gonna have a lot of ahs and ums in it. And so in order to fix that, in order to convey the energy that you're gonna need to hold someone's attention when they're looking on their phone and watching that video, you're going to need to feel inside like you're kind of screaming and shouting and getting over energetic about your particular topic. And then at that point, it will probably come across on video at just about the right level of enthusiasm and engagement. So again, make sure that you're kind of overdoing it a little bit. And then when you go into editing, you're going to kind of figure out what that happy medium is when you're trying to dynamically communicate to this little cold black lens in front of you. Number 8, Create a short outline. You don't need a lot of points. Usually each video should only make one sort of critical point and then potentially have some steps that go towards actually moving the audience forward in whatever they were trying to learn. But for you to actually do the video, I encourage you to just make a short outline. This will do two things for you. One, it'll keep you focused and on track, and also allow you to have your little kind of mini segments. We'll talk about those in a second. And then the other thing is make sure that you don't get too long. If you try to cover too much content, it's going to be too long, and you're going to find out that video will not hold someone's attention longer than about 20 minutes or so. So you want to make sure that you have a nice tight agenda and outline to actually do your video. Number 9, do short takes and use jump cuts. So you're going to notice as I go through this video that I'm moving from topic to topic, and if you're paying attention, there will be a jump cut like that in between these segments. What that allows me to do is to actually deliver with a lot of energy and keep the momentum moving forward, but not have to memorize a really long script. So all I'm doing is having a small piece of content. A lot of times I'll use an outline, a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 sort of checklist. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to deliver one point, and then I'm going to jump cut, and then I'm going to start my next point. Number 10, pick your favorite editor and become a pro at it. There's Movie Maker for PC or Windows, and there's iMovie on the Mac. Both of those are free. And then you can, of course, upgrade to something more advanced. But most of the video editors are very similar, and you're only going to need to use just a very small fraction of the features to do your first video. And even at the level and as many videos as I've done, I'm still only using the very basic features of any of these editors. So don't be intimidated about editing the video. You can, of course, outsource that if you want to, but the basics of video editing you can figure out by using one of those free editors and doing some very simple techniques to actually put that video together and prepare it for publishing on whatever video platform that you're going to market from. Number 11, now you're ready to publish. I encourage you to publish to YouTube, to Facebook, and to Instagram. There's only slight differences between all of those platforms. YouTube tends to be longer material. If you're going to use Facebook or Instagram, I encourage you to sort of chop it up into smaller bite-sized pieces and actually create multiple pieces of content out of that longer video. But you want to publish to those 3 platforms in particular. Those are the most rich, and that's where the audiences are going for their video content. Number 12, and most important, publish it, put it out there, and see what happens. You're going to learn along the way in this journey. You're going to figure out what your audiences like, what your audiences don't like, what invokes a reaction, what gets them engaged, what doesn't. And you, in your delivery, in your topic creation, in your content creation, you're going to learn and get better. You're going to want to add little features and pieces to how you're actually doing video marketing. And all of us will get better as we move through along this journey to adding video marketing as a core component in our marketing programs. As always, we encourage you to subscribe so that you get all of our video content. Hit that notification bell so that you'll know each and every week when we drop a new video. Until next time, enjoy figuring out video marketing, and make sure you're asking questions in the comments, and we'll continue the discussion there.